Now at 7 on WKYT this morning, we're following a tragic story out of Owsley County where a husband and wife were murdered. We'll have details on the investigation ahead.
And Lexington police are still looking for a man this morning who they say robbed someone at gunpoint. We'll have more on that coming up ahead.
And we're hoping for the sun to hang around for today's Derby running. Race goers for the Kentucky Oaks set a new record. We'll have that ahead on WKYT this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on this Saturday morning as well as Derby Day. I'm Meredith Jones.
Yeah, happy Derby Day to everybody out there. I'm Sean Moody and it looks like it'll be a good one for most of the day anyway.
Until Derby time.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Jim Caldwell to find out more.
Yeah, that's the problem. The rain tries to get in here close to Derby time. And I'm not talking about Lexington. It may be closer to Louisville around that period, which is the most important city today. It's a little more important than Lexington. Just today. That's the only time of the year. I need to spit that out. I don't even mean that. Let's get to some of the headlines right now, guys, as we are tracking those rain chances. Derby showers and storms. Mother's Day looks a little bit cooler, and we've got a very stormy pattern once we get beyond that. We'll start tracking a daily chance of showers and thunderstorms as we cross into the new work week. 53 right now in Lexington, 50 in Mount Sterling, more 40 showing up to our south and east. And at the moment, the only thing we're tracking in the skies here across central or even eastern Kentucky is cloud cover. Later today, it's a chance of showers and storms. Maybe some of those are a little on the strong side. I'll break it all down with your hour by hour coming up.
Not what everyone wants to hear on Derby Day, unfortunately. But anyway, we're gonna push through it and still be excited. Absolutely. It is a special day here in the Bluegrass State. Today is the 142nd running of the Kentucky Derby. That's
right. And if you can't make it to Churchill Downs today for the running of the Roses, there are places you can watch it here in Lexington. WKYT's Mike Byer is live at Keeneland this morning, gearing up for today's Derby celebrations. Good morning, Mike.
It's the next best thing to Christmas morning here at Keeneland, or as well as in Kentucky. It's Derby Day, folks. And if you haven't made up your mind where you're going to watch the Kentucky Derby, then you might want to head on out here to Keeneland. The reason why this is going to be, Keeneland is going to hold the world's, Keeneland is going to hold the biggest celebration for the Kentucky Derby. It all starts this morning. Gates open at 9 a.m. It's going to cost you $5 to get in, but parking is free. Fans are welcome to picnic in the paddock and walking ring. They'll be able to view the races on the large video board overlooking the paddock or watching the infield tote board from the grandstand seats. To go along with that, more than 1,000 TVs will be tuned into all the racing action. All concessions will open at 11 a.m. There will be live music all day and plenty of activities for the kids. And of course, fans will be able to wager on every race from Churchill Downs. Now, Keeneland's popular tailgate spot, the Hill, will also be open today. Out there, you will find a jumbo TV screen. There will be local food trucks and some good old-fashioned bluegrass music. Yep, it's sure to be a great day here at Keeneland and across the state of Kentucky for the Kentucky Derby. Live at Keeneland, Mike Byer, WKYT.
All right, thank you, Mike. Well, the seasons here in Kentucky are summer, winter, March Madness, and Derby. Like Mike said, today is the day Kentuckians look forward to all year long.
Yeah, it's really when the whole world celebrates the Bluegrass State. Now, thousands of people spent their Friday at Churchill Downs for Kentucky Oaks Day. Here's what it looked like out there. Great crowd and great weather for it, too. They helped make some history, probably in part thanks to that weather. Nearly 125,000 people were out at Churchill Downs yesterday. It's a new attendance record for Oaks Day. We talked to some of the people in the grandstand and in the infield, and all of them seem to be having a lot of fun.
Well, it's fabulous, and it's gotten bigger and better every year, and the hats are absolutely, gorgeous. They're crazy now. They're crazy beautiful because they've gotten so big, feathers, and this year they're into lace the people, and aquas and flowers, and it's just a scene.
It's getting as crazy as Derby Day. It's what you make of it. Friends, family.
Now, I know Victor Puente was out there covering Oaks Day yesterday. I don't know if he dyed his beard or not, but we'll have to see. We've got plenty of Derby coverage for you throughout this morning. Keep with WKYT as we get you ready for today's big race.
And one race here in Lexington, well, it requires high heels instead of horseshoes. The Transylvania University Habitat for Humanity campus chapter hosted the high heel race for a home yesterday afternoon. Everyone racing, even men, had to wear high heels. The contest included fastest woman, fastest man, and even a backwards race.
As an up-and-coming chapter here on campus, I mean, this is Habitat for Humanity's second year on campus. We're just trying to kind of make a name for ourselves and kind of get people involved.
The money raised from the event will be used to help build homes in Lexington.
Now moving on to other news around the state, family members of a murdered Owsley County husband and wife are mourning the loss of that couple. Investigators identified the victims as 70-year-old John McQuinn and 66-year-old Ada McQuinn. You see them there on the screen. Police said Christina McQuinn went to check on her parents yesterday morning at their home near Boonville, and she told us she quickly knew something was wrong when she found her mother on the floor.
I just said, "Oh my God, Mom, are you okay?" And I ran over and I seen that she was gone, and it was really rough, and I didn't know what to do at first. And then I backed up almost all the way out of the house, and then I had to turn around and go back to kind of let it sink in, and then I started looking for my dad.
State police charged Christina's older sister, you see her there on your screen, 48-year-old Lynette McQuinn, with murder. Christina says her sister has mental problems and threatened to kill their parents before. Lynette McQuinn is being held at Three Forks Regional Jail in Lee County.
Lexington police are investigating robberies at 2 different fast food restaurants. The first happened close to 10 o'clock last night at an Arby's on West New Circle Road. Police say a man walked in with a black hoodie over his head and demanded money, but he didn't get any money and ran off. 5 minutes later, police say a man with a similar description walked into a Subway nearby, implied he had a weapon, and demanded money. Now, this time, police say the man ran off with money. So far, police have not made any arrests.
And Lexington police are also looking for a man who robbed someone at gunpoint. This happened around 7 o'clock last night along Keithshire Way near Clays Mill Road. The victim says the robber walked up to him, pulled out a gun, and stole some money. Police say that robber then jumped across some nearby fences to get away. Now, police say they are looking for a white man around 5'10" and 120 pounds. They say he was wearing a Jason mask, a black hoodie, and black jeans at the time of that robbery.
The Estill County Animal Shelter is asking for help caring for dozens of rescued dogs. Workers say they took in nearly 40 dogs from a hoarding case in neighboring Jackson County. Having so many dogs at one time is putting a strain on the shelter's resources. Some people have already stopped by with donations. Estill County Animal Shelter workers are going to put the pictures of the dogs on their Facebook page in hopes to help them find new homes soon.
We are, of course, getting closer to the May primary, and we've got more information this morning about Hillary Clinton's planned visit to Louisville this coming week. The frontrunner for the Democratic presidential nomination will hold a rally Tuesday night at the Hall of Fame Pavilion of Louisville Slugger Field. That event will begin at 6:15 p.m. Doors open 2 hours earlier. Clinton's already campaigned in Ashland on Monday, and her husband, former President Bill Clinton, campaigned across the state earlier this week. Her Democratic opponent, Bernie Sanders, also held rallies in Louisville and Lexington this week. Things really heating up now.
They are.
It is 7:08 now on your Derby Day morning. There's still plenty ahead here on WKYT this morning.
And as Captain America Civil War begins its assault on the box office, its directors are revealing something about their next Marvel movie. We'll find out what that is ahead on WKYT this morning.
And if you're a fan of bourbon, you won't want to miss WKYT at 7:30. We'll take a look at how you make one expensive mint julep. Keep it right here for WKYT this morning.
It might be just a little too early for bourbon, but it's never too early for weather. And the Derby Day forecast, we are likely going to track some rain close to Louisville right around post time today. We'll break it down coming up.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning, 7:11 now on your Derby Day. Here are some of the events going on the biggest day of horse racing.
That's right. Waveland State Historic Site is hosting 2 special Derby Day breakfasts. Now, one will be in the barns and the other in the mansion. Prices range from $25 to $50, and you must reserve a seat. You can call the number you see here on your screen to see if there are any spots left.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
Weather-wise on this Derby day, we're going to be tracking chances of showers and storms into the area later today. Nothing out there this morning and through midday, I don't think. Let's break down some of the headlines here as we move forward. One thing we keep forgetting is our dear old moms, Mother's Day. And Mother's Day looks like it's going to cool off just a little bit as we get into the daytime hours for you. And we will track some showers and storms into the area. So let's do this one for Mom. Few showers and thunderstorms into the area and a little bit cooler with temperatures right around 73 degrees for your high. I'm going to run a model in a minute, and that model is going to try to go even cooler than that 73 degrees. So watch for that here in just a second. And then beyond that, it's a very stormy setup once we cross over into next week. 53 degrees right now in Lexington, 54 into Richmond. You got some 40s down the road in Monticello, Somerset, London. Look at Harlan in eastern Kentucky. It's 43 degrees. Talk about a chill in the air. Cloud cover has been showing up here in Lexington for the past several hours. It'll break free. We'll get into some sunshine, and then we'll see more clouds progress into the area through the daytime hours today. And we track some rain chances, showers, and even some thunderstorms eventually. Some of those might be a little strong. Why? Because of this right here. And that doesn't look exactly very organized here this morning or impressive at all. But give it a few more hours, runs into the peak heating of the day, and it will turn into something a little more organized and a little more impressive with showers and thunderstorms lining along that frontal boundary that's just to our north. Here's the hour-by-hour run. We'll take you through the day. Highs closer to 80 degrees for most of the area. A little bit warmer probably around the Louisville area too, with showers and thunderstorms showing up. Now, the past few days and even late last night, models were pushing rain closer to Louisville around this time. This particular version, which is called the RPM model, is not exactly hinting at showers and storms in the area. So that's fine and dandy, but we'll watch closely to see, because some of the other data suggests it will be a little bit closer. So we'll watch and see what happens. Later on tonight, showers and storms sweep into the area, especially past midnight going into the early morning on Mother's Day. So we track the early chances of rain, and then we're at 8 o'clock on Mother's Day, still tracking that rain through part of the day, but maybe into the afternoon and evening, you can get out and take Mom for something special as you get through the rest of your Sunday. Here's our 7-day forecast, because you only have a limited time or you can do anything really nice for Mom, especially if you want to try to do something outside with her. Because of that, you've got several more chances of showers and thunderstorms that creep back into the area once we cross over into next week. So action-packed forecast coming your way, guys.
Hey, you're going to be kind of staying on your toes all week long.
Don't say that. I don't want to, but you're right, we will be.
Yeah. Earn that meteorologist money. Yeah, that's for sure. Well, we want to give you another look now at the field for the Kentucky Derby coming up today. The long shot, Trojan Nation, is on the rail with sudden breaking news next to him. Creators in post 3, then Mo Tom, he's another long shot. Gun Runner is 5 posts in, followed by My Man Sam, Oscar-nominated Laney, Destin, and Whitmore. They all round out the first 10 posts.
And so far, it looks like Exaggerator is the favorite for second place in post 11. Tom's Ready is in post 12. Nyquist is your Derby favorite, and he'll break out of post 13. Mohayman is next to him, then Outwork and Shagaf in post 15 and 16. Bob Baffert's horse, More Spirit, comes out of gate 17. Majesto, then Brody's Cause, trained by Dale Romans, is in post 19. Dancing Candy is on the extreme outside, rounding out the Derby contenders in the last post.
And of course, you know, best of luck to everybody trying to pick out of that field. Everyone's always got their different criteria for trying to pick their horses. Mine, though, I just have to go with the name. Sudden breaking news. As someone who works in news, I feel like I'm obligated.
You have to.
What about you?
I picked Brody's Cause. I feel like the horse has some chance to win, and I kind of like the name too. Just kind of went through the names and said, I'm going to pick that one.
Well, we'll see. Coming up on WKYT this morning at 7:30, we will take a closer look at the drink of the Derby, the mint julep. Stay with us.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning, 7:19 now on your Derby day. Civil War is uniting the country at the box office.
And a Kentucky native is narrating a film shot by astronauts at the International Space Station. David Daniel has your Hollywood headlines.
movies. As Captain America: Civil War begins its assault on the box office, its directors are revealing something about their next Marvel movie. Anthony and Joe Russo tell Uproxx.com The Avengers: Infinity War Parts 1 and 2, scheduled for release in 2018 and 2019, will not be called that. Partly because they'll be two very different movies, not one big movie chopped in two.
The best part about being an astronaut is looking back at our home planet.
A Beautiful Planet, shot by astronauts aboard the International Space Station, is a winner. A non-profit arts group called Heartland Film has given the IMAX documentary its Truly Moving Picture Award, calling it a breathtaking portrait of Earth, providing a unique perspective and increased understanding of our planet and galaxy. Jennifer Lawrence narrates the film, which is now playing. A Fab Four first. Sony ATV, the Beatles' publisher, has licensed a song by the group for use in China for the first time. Billboard reports Hey Jude will appear in the Chinese coming-of-age film Yesterday Once More. A Sony ATV exec says the movie, aimed at a younger demo, could help introduce the Beatles to a new audience in a country with 1.3 billion people. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
I think we're going to be singing that the rest of the morning on the desk here.
Yeah, that's what you just said. It's going to be in your head all morning. Be prepared.
That's all right. 7:21 now on your Derby Day morning. There's still more to come.
Sports is next. Lee K. Howard has a morning off, so we're just helping to fill in on some stories that we have for him today, and we'll get you caught up on all of your sports news on your Derby morning.
Yeah, more than just horse racing going on. Starting off, though, Churchill Downs was pretty in pink for the 142nd running of the Kentucky Oaks yesterday. Rachel's Valentina was the favorite at 2-1 in that field of 14, and here is what it sounded like as the horses turned for home.
As Catherine Sophia takes the lead on the outside. Lewis Bay is now second, and then it's Rachel's Valentina, Terra Promessa, and Landover C. Catherine Sophia has run away here. Catherine Sophia's got a 4-length lead as they come by the 16th pole. And Catherine Sophia will be very impressive, the winner of the Kentucky Oaks.
Convincing win there, and beautiful day for the Oaks. Catherine Sophia wins the Kentucky Oaks, paying $11.40, $5.40, and $3.80. Landover C came in second, paying $6.60 and $5.20, and Lewis Bay finished third, paying $4.60.
Now to the Derby. At last check, here are the latest odds for the Derby contenders. Now there are plenty of long shots in the first 10 posts. Creator is at 16-1. Coming out of the gate 3, close to the rail, we'll hear from the trainer of Motom in the next half hour on WKYT this morning. He's in gate 4 at 20-1.
And then over on the other side of the post, Exaggerator is still looking the favorite for second place anyway. He's in post 11 at 5-1. Nyquist, of course, is the favorite this year to win the Run for the Roses at 2-1. More Spirit is coming out of post 17. He is trained by Bob Baffert and is 11-1. That is your look at sports on this big horse racing day.
That's right. We'll be right back with plenty more Derby coverage this morning. Stay with us.
Now at 7:30 on WKYT this morning, it's a special Saturday here in Kentucky. Happy Derby Day. We'll see where you can watch the Run for the Roses here in Lexington ahead.
And many are recovering this morning after a night of celebrating. We'll hear from those who attended the Barnstable Brown Gala ahead.
And what could go better with horse racing than bourbon, of course. We'll get a closer look at how to make a $1,000 mint julep ahead here on WKYT this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Derby Day. I'm Sean Moody.
And I'm Meredith Jones. And if you're going to head outside today, it's not looking so bad right now. But if you have plans to get out for the Derby, that could change.
Yeah, let's find out with Jim Caldwell in the First Alert Weather Center. Jimmy, doesn't look like the greatest timing, huh?
No, that's the problem. Everything leading up to it, every race before it, 1 through 10 looked fine, but once you get into the big race, things look a little bit different. Showers and thunderstorms could be knocking on the door. Here's what we've got on our Kentucky cams. Across Kentucky right now, not including Louisville. We'll show you Louisville in the full forecast in a minute, but it's 53 here in Lexington. You see the nice cloud cover in the area, a little sunshine as well. 47 in London, much cooler down the road. This is a view of our current Defender radar network, and this is a view of the future. I started at noontime. Watch what happens. This is a high-resolution model, and look at this as we get to 4 o'clock. Showers and storms showing up to our east, and then here's the big push around 6. Look how close that is, guys. It's so close to Louisville. I mean, here's Louisville, there's the rain. Here's Louisville, there's the rain. Timing means everything on a day like today. We'll break it down a little bit more for you. Coming up in just a few.
Yeah, people will take any delay they can get when it comes to that rain.
That's true.
Bring the poncho with you.
They spend all that time getting dressed. Nobody wants to get rained on.
No, absolutely not. Well, anyway, it is a special day here in the Bluegrass State, even if there's that little threat of storms. Today is the 142nd running of the Kentucky Derby.
And if you can't make it to Churchill Downs today for the Running of the Roses, there are places you can watch it here in Lexington. WKYT's Mike Byer is live at Keeneland this morning, gearing up for today's Derby celebrations. Good morning, Mike.
The day horse racing fans have circled on their calendar is finally here. That's right, it's Derby Day, and if you don't have plans to watch the Derby, if you're not heading out to Louisville, make sure you come here to Keeneland. They have you covered. They're going to be hosting the world's largest Derby celebration, and the action starts in just a few hours. The gates open at 9 a.m. The best part, it's for fans of all ages. It's going to cost you $5 to get in, but parking is free. Also, kids 12 and under will be able to get in at no cost. Fans are welcome to picnic in the paddock and walking ring. They'll be able to view the races on the large video board overlooking the paddock, and they'll be able to watch on the infield tote board from the grandstand seats. To go along with that, more than 1,000 TVs will be tuned to all the racing action. All concessions will open at 11 a.m. There will be live music all day and plenty of activities for the kids. And of course, fans will be able to wager on every race from Churchill Downs. Keeneland's popular tailgate lot, the Hill, will also be open today. There will be local food trucks, a jumbo TV screen, and bluegrass music going on out there. Also today, fans can dine and watch the races at Red Mile Derby Fest. So it doesn't matter where you are, just make sure you're in front of a TV at 6:34, because I hear there's some big horse race at that time. Live at Keeneland, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Mike, thank you. We are hours away now from the 142nd running of the Kentucky Derby. All eyes are on the Bluegrass State, and a lot of non-Kentuckians are celebrating like, well, Kentuckians.
That's right. One of the biggest Derby Eve parties was held last night, and it's the Barnstable Brown Gala in Louisville to celebrate.
I'm here celebrating Mother's Day. I've been to the Derby once before, but my mom never has, and this was a bucket list thing for her, and so I really wanted to bring her here and celebrate Mother's Day with her.
It's a raw sport where you can really see the heart of the athlete, and I think that's appealing to everybody, because sports these days there's a lot of showmanship, and these horses are basically racing with everything on the line.
As I realized when we were over at the Oaks today, it's almost like a reunion of sorts, of seeing people that I haven't seen, that I've worked with. You know, people I've known for 20 years that I don't get to see very often. I know they're going to be here, and we have an opportunity to just have fun.
Now, bourbon and horse racing are, of course, two Kentucky proud traditions. Some like their bourbon neat, like me. Others, though, like it with a little hint of mint.
The mint julep is the traditional Kentucky Derby drink and has been for nearly a century. Deanne Stevens is at Churchill Downs with some of the good old folks from Woodford Reserve, showing us how to make the $1,000 mint julep.
Good morning, guys, from Churchill Downs, where it is a very exciting day today. Now, we got horses running, of course, for the Kentucky Derby. But when you talk about Kentucky Derby, you got to talk about the mint julep. We have Elizabeth O'Neill with us, Chris Morris, all from Woodford Reserve. And listen, I feel like I'm with the big dogs today. We got like Master Distiller, Master Taster. Can I be like Master Drinker?
Yeah. Yes, we'll do that. Master Drinker.
I'm giving myself my own title today. Let's get started with this $1,000 mint julep. I know people think, holy cow, how do you pay? Well, you pay it because it's going to charity, right?
Yes, it's going to charity. It is for the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund.
And Chris, not only is there a $1,000 one, but you won't even let me touch this thing.
Oh, you can touch. This is a $2,500 cup that's not only gold-plated, but it has diamonds in it. We have 15 of these cups to sell this year, and Elizabeth is going to make a $1,000 mint julep. We have 90 of those cups, and again, all the net proceeds, as Elizabeth said, go to a worthy cause, the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund.
Love what you guys do with that. Let's get started with the mint julep. A lot of folks are probably hosting derby parties today. It's not as difficult as it looks. Now, we don't suggest you sell them for $1,000 at home, but you can make them.
Yeah, so this is our special, unique $5,000 mint julep. So this is a pecan pie inspired mint julep. It's so good. It has Woodford Reserve, of course, and then a pecan orgeat. So you want to start by smacking the mint.
Smack it instead of...
Smack it. So it pulls out all of these nice mint oils, and you rub it around in the glass like so.
There's so many different ways to
Yes,
do
in
it.
years past, we've muddled.
Right.
But
You don't leave it in there. So then you take your Woodford Reserve.
So you took the mint out.
Yes, you take the mint out. And
I kind of like the green in my teeth, Elizabeth.
Yeah, it makes
Not
a
so
really,
much.
really good look. You know, we love
For
that.
pictures and all, you know.
Yes. And then you do 3/4 of an ounce of the pecan orgeat. Or if you want to be really
What is
fancy,
that?
it's orgeat. This is a simple syrup that has pecan in it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Do that. And then, of course, as Chris knows, we need to have really, really good ice. And you like to have this really good crushed ice. Build it up like a snow cone.
And you got to have a lot of it, Chris.
Oh, yes. So you see it's already settling down. So this is going to be a drink that'll last about an hour. It's timed to last between races.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Wouldn't last that long with me.
Garnish. You garnish it with your mint and your straw right next to the mint so that when you sip it, you have the mint aroma. And then the topper. We have toasted pecans with copper dust.
Oh, my goodness.
Sprinkle them.
Had a garnish like this before.
No, I've never seen anything like
So
that.
I'm going to give you the honors of tasting.
Well, do I have to pay $1,000? So
Take 2 hands for
okay.
this.
So I was told. Am I holding it right?
Oh, yes. You are.
Okay, and I need it out of the straw.
Yes, sip out of the straw, for sure. Because that's where all the flavor is.
Wow, I can see why it's $1,000. It tastes magnificent. It really does. Now, how do folks get these while they're here at Churchill Downs today?
Well, the few cups we have left unsold are going to be here at Gate 10 at the Woodford Reserve $1,000 Mint Julep Experience. So Elizabeth and I will be there. We'll be making drinks for people who've already bought their cups via woodfordreservemintjulep.com. But since that website went down Oaks Day, now we're selling them by hand.
Better get them now. Okay, I just want to try it one more time. I mean, just to make sure. Happy Derby Day, everyone.
Happy Derby.
Deanne pulling the tough assignment there.
Oh, yes.
It's 7:38 on your Derby Day morning. We'll have plenty ahead on WKYT this morning.
Tom Benson is a seasoned owner between 2 professional sports teams and 2 horses in today's Derby. Things stay interesting. We talked to his trainer for his Derby contenders. That's after Jim's forecast.
And unfortunately, my forecast does include a chance of showers and storms lurking close to Louisville around race time today. I'll track it and break it down a little more in detail coming up in just a few minutes.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
Tracking a little mix of sun and clouds out there for you this morning, and through the day today we will see an extended period of sunshine before the real cloud cover kicks in and hangs around. Some of the headlines as we move forward here. We're talking about Derby storm chances, Mother's Day cooling off a little bit, and a very stormy setup coming our way over the next few days. What we have here is American Pharoah, by the way, and we're talking about the forecast here. What it looks like for the Derby. Storms increase late Saturday, and they're going to be lurking around Louisville at 6:34, which is post time for that race. They'll be lurking off in the distance. You can see clouds increasing around Louisville. Here in Lexington as well, we'll see our skies thin out a little bit. This is our high-resolution model. I've been showing you one of the others that is a lower resolution, but it's not quite as compact and as neat really is this one, because this actually runs once every hour, and it picks up the current conditions and takes that into its assessment. That's a bunch of long weather stuff, but it's important to get a picture of the atmosphere every hour. So at 4 o'clock today, it starts picking up on some showers and storms along the Mountain Parkway. Some of those might be on the stronger side, but what we're all going to focus in on is what happens around 6 o'clock. This is 7 o'clock, and you can see the showers and storms are closing in on the Louisville area at that point. This close. So if they speed up a little bit, we're dealing with them at Derby time. So again, something we'll watch closely through the day. Showers and storms will also be in our area in central Kentucky as well, and certainly beyond that. As we get into the 7 to 8 o'clock hour, we will have the rain around. Some of them could be on the stronger side as the slight risk of severe weather is in place essentially along Interstate 64 and down the Mountain Parkway as well. Damaging winds, large hail, your primary threats out of that particular round. Here comes our 7-day forecast as we look forward here. You see those rain chances, showers and thunderstorms today, wind to your Sunday for Mom, and we are still tracking rain around the area. And next week, it's a daily chance of showers and thunderstorms. Some of those even have the potential to be on the stronger side. And on Tuesday, by the way, keep in mind we're doing a special WKYT Weather Watcher event here at the Kentucky Theater. We're going to be showing the 20th anniversary of Twister. We're going to show it again. We're going to have a little weather talk, so come out and check it out. You can find more information on WKYT.
Cool. I'll come out there too. That'll be. I love that movie.
It's fantastic. I watched it in theaters 20 years ago.
When you were like 3.
When I was 3, yes, of course.
All right. Thanks, Jim. Today, 22 horses will try for the Garland of Roses in the 142nd running of the Kentucky Derby.
That's right. Tom Amos grew up in New Orleans, a Saints fan, and now he's training a Derby horse owned by the family that owns the team. Dave Gabriel has the story.
They don't need many excuses to party in New Orleans. Tom Amos is hoping Mo Tom will touch off a wild celebration in the Crescent City Saturday night.
If something wonderful would happen Saturday, I can't imagine anything better.
Mo Tom, as in owner Tom Benson, who also happens to own the New Orleans Saints and the Pelicans.
I'm all about the Saints, always have been, and to train for these people and to know the organization pretty well, it just makes it really special for me.
Football and basketball players can fight through blockers. Horses can't, which is one reason Mo Tom finished 3rd in the Risen Star, 4th in the Louisiana Derby.
The race is longer, it's a mile and a quarter. If the pace is legit, it'll be a spread out field, so weaving in and out of horses should be a little easier go than some of these shorter races.
Amos has saddled 5 Derby starters, so he tries to avoid daydreaming about the roses.
Oftentimes a cruel game in this business, so every time I start thinking, what if? What if we happen to win? I always catch myself.
But if it could happen, it wasn't that long ago, remember, that the Saints won the Super Bowl.
No, I was there. I was there in Miami with my wife, and I remember Tracy Porter intercepting that Peyton Manning pass. That was the game changer. I'd love for Saturday to see him come around the turn and see that same kind of game changer for my horse.
From Churchill Downs in Louisville, Dick Gabriel, WKYT.
Wow.
7:46 on your Derby Day morning.
We'll have more news when we return.
Kentucky mornings start here. You're watching WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Hope you're having a nice Saturday and a great start to the Derby weekend. A Kentucky man will be attending his 69th Kentucky Derby later today. He hitchhiked with his brother to see his very first one back in 1948. Now Philip Perkins has collected memorabilia and has stories of a lifetime of attending the big race that he's not so sure that Kentuckians fully appreciate. Perkins is one of my guests on this weekend's edition of Kentucky Newsmakers. He says in 69 years at the Derby, 2 horses really stand out.
I've got to rate Citation above Secretariat.
Really?
A lot of people wouldn't do that, but I love Secretariat.
And so much so that you have right here, and you said authentically, this is a piece of hair from Secretariat?
That's it.
And how do you know it's authentic?
Look at the picture.
Okay. That's you, and you pulled the hair from the horse?
We took a vacation and went to see Secretariat after he retired and went down to the paddock. He loved attention. We went to the paddock. He came to the fence. I was petting him. I didn't really intend to pull the hair out of his mane, but I did. Some way I ended up with it. Got it.
What has been so special about the races through the years that you've seen? Which ones really stand out?
Bill, honest to goodness, I'm getting on in years now, but the Derby means more to me every year than it did the year before. I have to, when they come out on that track and they're singing My Old Kentucky Home, and I really have to calm myself down. This is not your first Derby. Your heart's beating, jumping out. They are all great. I really and truly hope that I can at least see 70.
And you're coming up on that next year, right? Greatest horse to win the Derby?
The greatest horse to win the Derby? I'm going to say Citation. If we put Secretariat and Citation together, maybe have a dead heat.
What horse stood out as, in some other way to you the most? By color or by temperament or whatever?
Oh, last year. And Bill, the best thing about last year's Derby, 2016, I was by myself in 2015 when the horse California Chrome failed to win the Belmont. And the owner was upset. Can't blame him for that. But when he said there will never be another Triple Crown winner, I stood up by myself and I pointed to the television and I said, we will have a Triple Crown winner next year, 2016. I had never heard the name Pharaoh, but when I did, I said, this horse is going to win the Triple Crown. And I'm going to make another prediction, Bill. We will have a Triple Crown winner another one in this decade.
You think so?
I hope so. I think so. I really do.
What was it about Pharaoh that was so impressive?
Oh, his manner. He was cool. He knew what he was doing. He was just he was smarter than a human.
Now you can see my full conversation with Perkins and hear from State Auditor Mike Harmon about his probe out at the Kentucky Horse Park. Kentucky Newsmakers runs tomorrow morning at 6 on WKYT and repeats tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the CW Lexington. Set your DVR or catch it then. I'm Bill Bryant. We'll be right back on WKYT This Morning.
Welcome back to WKYT This Morning at 7:55 on this fine Derby day. Now, you've all probably made your Derby picks, and the morning crew here at WKYT has made our picks too.
Yeah, I have to go with sudden breaking news because it's called sudden breaking news. I can't pass that name up. Meredith, looks like you're going with
Brody's Cause.
Brody's Cause.
Why not?
Yeah, and Jim Caldwell?
I went with Gun Runner. She told me I can only pick one, but I've got exactas, and I've got tries, and I've got supers, and she wouldn't let me pick more than one. I'm talking about our producer. She wouldn't let me pick more than one. So
yeah, I could see how that could work out. Well, our reporter Mike Byer is choosing More Spirit to win the Roses. Our director Clark, he's going with Exaggerator, and Lindsay, when we were just talking about our producer, she's going with The Favorite and picking NyQuest to win, and she says just feels like he's going to win. So.
Yeah, Josh is our assignment editor. He has Destin as his Derby winner. He is a Louisville native and was actually born on Derby Day, so maybe he's got a special connection on who to pick there. Our editor Ryan is going with Creator. She said she made her decision after watching some puppies. And Hannah, who is shadowing this weekend, is also going with sudden breaking news as her Derby winner. Best of luck to everybody. Hopefully you win a little bit of money today.
I'm curious to find out who wins and who's going to say, you were right.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Because you watch some puppies. I'm sorry, this made me laugh. Forecast-wise, unfortunately, we have some showers and storms lurking in the area today, and some of those have the potential to be on the stronger side, Sean. Here's the Derby forecast. That's American Pharoah right there, by the way, coming at you right into your screen. Storms will be lurking into the area late today, and that means right around Louisville at Derby time, 6:34.
I was about to duck out of Pharaoh's way. Hopefully Louisville can kind of duck out of those storms. Right? We'll see. Nobody is more up to date than you to start the day. Happy Derby Day, everybody.
Later.